Hi, everyone. It's Mitrione-Kolmer from William Ravis Real Estate. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have Joe Mazza with me. He is with Exclusive Home Inspections, and he's licensed in New York and Connecticut. And I've asked him to join me today because I know a lot of you are thinking about selling your homes once this all slows down, once our situation changes, or maybe even before that. And Joe can talk to us a little bit about how to prepare your home and whether you should do an inspection on your home before listing. Hi, Joe.
Absolutely.
Hi.
Marina,
So
how are
good
you?
to see you. Thank you so
Same,
much for joining
same.
me today.
Of course, of course. So
So,
now is actually the best time to do your own visual inspection on your house because most people, like myself, we're home most of the time. So it's a good way to get your family involved in your house. Let's say you get a beautiful day. Today it's actually nice out for a change. It's not raining, so we can go outside. Look at your landscaping on the outside. Look at the trees, the bushes, the shrubs that are against your house. You always want them to be cut back, a foot to 18 inches from your siding. What that does is it reduces moisture against the home. It also reduces pests like spiders, because I don't like spiders. So it reduces all that, plus termites. You don't want termites having that direct access to your home. So that's something that could be fun for the whole family. You can go out there, you can do yard work, get some exercise in, get out of the houses that we're all stuck in at the moment. The same with the earth around your home. Make sure it's pitched away. This is your house. You don't want it pitched to the home. You want it pitched away from the home. Little things like that, once again, getting the family involved. That's just on the outside. That's one little thing you can do out there. And then you can bring it on the inside of the home. Let's talk about safety. Let's talk about fire safety and CO gases. So say you have 4 bedrooms and 3 levels: basement, basement, main, and upper level. Every level of that home has to have a CO detector, a carbon monoxide detector. Make a checklist. Do you have it? Okay, now, do you have it? Yes, you have it. Are the batteries brand new? Are they new in there? If they're not, change them now. If you're missing a CO detector, order them online. See how long it takes to get in. Order them if you don't want to go to the store. I know a lot of people are very nervous about going out to the store, so you want to limit your exposure. Order them online, have them come. CO, every level. Smoke detector, every level of the home as well. Also, you want a smoke detector in each sleeping quarter of your home. This is all something that's very good for the sale of your house, because you know what? Once the buyer comes in and the inspector comes in, you have to have those anyway. So just want to be one step ahead of the game. It's one less thing that somebody's going to put on a piece of paper to have you do down the road.
right.
Those are easy, right? That's just something anybody can do that. You want to talk about your basement. Let's go down into the basement. Take a look around. Do you have a lot of storage, a lot of junk down there? Get it out. Now's the time. Clean it up. Get it out of your house. If you're not using it, if you haven't used it in a year, clothing, the whole 9 yards, throw it out. Unless it's sentimental, keep it. Don't start yelling at me. But
I have a question, Joe.
yeah,
I have a question. So when you're doing an inspection, whether it be a pre-sale inspection or you're working with a buyer, right? If things are in a basement or in a room, you're not supposed to move them, right? To access. So the more that someone can clean out areas, the better.
absolutely. 100%. We're not allowed to move anything, because if we move it and we break it, we own it. That's the rule of thumb. That's the law.
Right.
So, in a basement, most people have it. A lot of people have like the storage rooms down there. So at least, get out what you don't need, get it off the walls, because you could see maybe water stains around the perimeter of the house. And that's one thing you don't want to have, is water intrusion coming in. Once you have that, that's a big red flag, because buyers see that 9.9 times out of 10, they have a heart. They freak out. They freak out, and then it's just a big game after that. And how do we remediate this and that? And also, once again, getting that stuff out is good for pests, spiders. Get those spiders out of your house. People say, I love spiders. I want spiders. They kill other bugs. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Not
No
in my
way.
house.
Not here. Not here. I hate them.
No,
No.
no.
That's right. People ask me, hey, Joe, would you inspect in Florida? I don't know. Those spiders, man, right? So,
Yeah.
but anyway, that's a good thing to do in the basement as well. Get it cleaned out. Get your attic space cleaned out as well. Leave the areas open. Get rid of unwanted junk in the home for the sale of the house.
Right.
And now another thing you can do as well is your heating and cooling system. Now's the time where now the cooling system is going to kick into play. If you don't want people in your house, then that'll be a problem for the time being. But getting your cooling system inspected right now and getting it, ready, rocking and rolling, getting your filters changed for that right now is super important. Super important. Because a lot of people are worried about the corona, the air on the outside, when they're in the house and, they're in the house and then, they're breathing in all this mold.
Right.
Like yesterday I was helping somebody out and he had the through wall system. I'm actually, not to cut you off, the jets are all flying over my house now, which is pretty cool. Did you hear that?
Wow, cool.
I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. All I hear is these fighter jets flying all over my home now because I think they're doing a flyby to thank all the first responders, everyone that's on the front line. That's pretty neat. That was pretty cool.
Very cool.
Yeah. Anyway, back to it. Where was I now? Now I got sidebarred.
You were talking about where you were yesterday.
Oh yeah, I was at a friend's house and he has a through-wall Mitsubishi split system. And I'm looking at it and I'm nosy. I'm a home inspector and that's what I do. So I turn it on and it was all moldy in the fins. Everything was all mold. And I'm like, dude. He's like, what? I go, look at this. You're breathing that in, man. He's like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, it's like, you watch my videos and like them all the time, okay? Listen, learn from me. So we ended up cleaning that for him. That's another little thing you can do while you're, at home.
I bet you did. I bet you cleaned that out for him.
Of course I did. Of course I did. Oh, here's another easy one anyone can do. Get the family together. Get a flashlight, right? Flashlights are great. Look underneath your sink. Look behind your toilet bowl. Flush your toilet bowl. Is there water leaking behind it? Maybe a little bit of it. Maybe there's a drop here, a drop there that has to be remediated. Underneath your sink, are there any leaks underneath your sink? That might be something that has to be taken care of right away. Is your toilet bowl loose? It should not shimmy up and down or side to side. If that's the case, it needs to be tightened as well. These are all like little things that you can do while you're home and you don't have to be, licensed and insured for. You can do it by yourself with the family. And then, like I said, make it like if you have little ones, make it a game, make it exciting. I do that with my daughter. It's fun. It's cute.
Have you been busy lately?
No, I went, I got to laugh about it, right? I went, so March, April, May, June, it's like, as we all know, the market just takes off a million miles an hour. I give my wife and daughter a kiss at the end of February. I said, love you guys. See you in the summertime. I'm out of here, and I just work around the clock all week. But now, no, it's nothing. It's dead.
No. I mean, it's definitely not our usual spring market. That's for sure.
Right.
However, I know that you are doing some inspections. I imagine, a lot less than usual. I think, we're all kind of grounded. But do you want to tell everyone what the parameters are for inspectors right now in order to be able to do an inspection? I mean, for realtors,
Mm-hmm.
We are not allowed to have any face-to-face.
Right.
We can only do virtual. We can make sure that a door is open. We can list homes, but we cannot do face-to-face. If I needed you to do a pre-sale inspection, or if I'm buying a property and I want it inspected, I only saw it virtually and I want you to go in there to check it out. How does that work?
I tell the buyers, if you want to come along, of course you can come along. I'm not going to say you're not allowed to. I mean, you are paying for my service. And you want to see what I'm talking about, even though as I'm going through the house, I'm taking pictures of everything in the home, whether it's good or it's bad. When it's bad, I take a picture, I put an arrow to the problem and an explanation below it of what you're looking at in the picture. Then the third page of report is a full summary breakdown, major safety improvement. That's how I break mine down. As for the inspection, you have to wear a mask. You have to put on new gloves when you walk in. You got to wear the booties. Keep your distance. Right now I am asking, like, if you don't have to be right by my side, within 6 feet, just hang out, do what you have to do, take your measurements. I will report back with all my findings. Right. Let me do my job, and everything that I found, we'll sit down outside, 6 feet apart, and we will discuss everything and go over the entire report. And then you'll have the report right away. So, and then what I've been doing is talking to the clients afterwards. They'll call me up on the phone and I'll sit there, talk to them for like a half an hour on the phone or however long it takes, and I'll break every line item down. It's working. It's working. It's just the new norm is what what we're all calling it now.
It is. And we're learning how to do things differently. We're learning how to do business differently. And I think some of these tactics and things are going to stick with us for a while. I think we're going to be wearing gloves and masks in other people's homes for months beyond even any loosening of these rules. I mean, that's just my guess, but who knows? We'll see.
Yeah.
We adapt, right? We
That's
adapt.
it. You do what you got to do to make it happen. That's my motto. Make it happen. I'll do whatever I have to do. Some people, they're like, I don't want an inspection or this or that. And I'm just like, oh boy, I have something coming up, and they're actually buying the house virtual. It's a big, big home, and they haven't even been in the home, and they're buying it. So, right. All the power to you. But that's what I'm here for. I'm your eyes. I'm going to tell you what's going on in that home and make sure you're safe.
Right. First.
Yeah, every house I inspect, as soon as I pull up, and this is how I operate. I pull up to the home. I'm moving my wife and my 7-year-old daughter into that house. When I'm done with that inspection, my first thing I say to myself at the end, would I move in this home with them today? And what has to be done to remediate that problem before I move in? That's how I operate. And it works. It works. So my clients, they're very comfortable with the way I operate. They know I'm going to do the right thing. They know that I'm not there just to run through the house in 45 minutes, not taking pictures, or maybe take 1 or 2 pictures. It's like I said, it's inundated. I'm very thorough.
Well, Joe, thank you so much for joining me today. This was awesome. And everyone out there, this is Joe Mazza, Exclusive Home Inspection. You must follow him on Instagram because his videos are hysterical.
Yeah, and don't forget.
And he combs his beard through his inspections. It's pretty funny. He's wonderful. He's licensed in New York and Connecticut. If you have any questions for Joe, reach out to him. If you have any questions for me, of course, you can reach out to me about what is happening in the real estate world. And together, we will try to make things happen for you, whether you're selling or buying. So stay well. Joe, thank you again. Everyone, have a wonderful day, and thanks for joining us. Bye.
Ciao.